What's up, everybody? This is Big Mouth Sports Talk, and this is a Buffalo Bill channel. Huge Buffalo Bill fan right here, and we're going to discuss the Week 5 matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. A straight juggernaut. So, we're going to get into some key points, and we're going to dissect what's going to happen, or what I believe will happen and what needs to happen in order for Buffalo, to get that victory. So, number one, first thing we're going to talk about Josh Allen versus the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? Because we all know Josh Allen last year, we're not there anymore, but he had an MVP caliber season. It was phenomenal. I mean, he ran the ball, he toted the rock, he threw that thing, he slung it. Diggs, Gabe Davis, Beasley, you name it, anybody, John Brown, but he dropped the big one, in the championship game and everything. That's why he's gone. That's why he's gone. All right, but let's just talk about this. All right, first of all, they met the first time. It was week 6, okay? It was in Arrowhead. I'm pretty sure the conditions were, it was raining, give or take, right? But week 6, Allen was 14 for 27 with 122 yards, okay? 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. That's pretty awful, all right? Let's not sugarcoat nothing. That is just not what we like to see, all right? Secondly, now we're going to go to the AFC Championship game, all right? And here we go. So we got 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but a lot of those yards came after the score was 38-15. We had a huge situation where it was 31-15 or 30-15, excuse me, one or the other. And we were driving down the field. We got around the 20-yard line, 25-yard line of Kansas City, and Allen threw. It was a slant route to John Brown, popped off his hands, interception. They ended up scoring. But moral of the story was, we started from behind. So that's where we're gonna start. And the thing that I'm gonna wonder about going into this game is, I know Buffalo is a phenomenal team, from coaching to GM to ownership to quarterback to running backs. Even running backs, right? Who even knew that? We'll get into that though. Wide receivers, the defense is number one, I think, in the NFL, right? We can safely say that after 2 shutouts. But the thing that I'm thinking about is, when you get on that field and you're staring across from Patrick Mahomes, what's going through your mind? Are you a little nervous? Are you going out? Are you just playing? You're not thinking about anything, or are you getting a little bit shook? Because over the past 2 experiences, it didn't bode well, and there's some other things that could factor into that. But so that's a big thing I'm saying to myself. Listen, Allen, offense, defense, let's go onto that field and play like we play everybody else. Let's go in there head first, no fear, only ambition, only positive thinking, only good play, right? So this is a big factor though. So we're gonna jump into this here. Bills run game, all right? Key factor here. Bills run game, all right? Last year, we did not run the football. Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, maybe per game. I'm pretty sure both games, this is why it's important. Both games that we played Kansas City, the first game, maybe we ran the ball 5 to 10 times at the most to our running backs. The second one, I think it was somewhat similar. And this year, we are the 4th rated rushing offense. Okay? Singletary and Moss and Allen, of course, are averaging 128 yards per game on the ground. That is pretty dang good. That's pretty damn good. That's damn good. Let's go, right? Let's go, Buffalo. So that's important, because now for the offense, you went into a situation where you're playing a team, right? And they're not preparing for any running. They're preparing for one thing, and that's just straight passing. That's all they're worried about. They're worried about the passing. You know, they don't got to worry about cutting a run to the outside. They don't got to worry about 3, 4, 5 yard runs, every down, every first down, second down, you get 3, 4 yards. I mean, these are the type of things that soften defenses up and then expose them because now you're playing chess with them. Oh, is he going to run it or is he going to pass it? Oh, he's just going to pass it, so we don't got to worry about that. We'll let them beat us there because they can't do it, period. That is going to be a huge part of the game here. Because this is how I'm going to say it. All right. Last year, the Buffalo offense was a juggernaut, strictly passing, but it was an onslaught. It was magnificent. It was like, you know what I'm going to describe it? This is what I'll do. I'll do like a little analogy, or we'll have a conversation here, okay? Mike Tyson, one of the best boxers of all time. Of all time. Knockout power. Man is an animal, a savage. Similar to that passing attack that the Bills had last year, which I still think we do have this year. Unbelievable. But with that being said, everyone loves Mike Tyson. Everybody realizes the greatness. Everybody knows it. But with that being said, the Muhammad Ali's, the Floyd Mayweather, the counter punchers, the one, boom, throw a right hand, go back, play defense, go on the ropes. You just have so many different game plans and different strategies that you can utilize. And what that does is that gives you a better chance of the magic word winning. So when you're talking about running the ball, that is just major, because when we run that ball, if we start getting positive yards, what's going to start happening is they're going to play the run. Then we bust it open with play action, easy completions, build a rhythm, and then gain the momentum. And everybody knows in football, when the rhythm is there, man, it's beautiful. The momentum goes, man. It is the biggest momentum sport, point blank. One of them, at least. So, that right there, the Bills' run game. Like I said, 128. I mean, Singletary has 81 yards rushing against, it was either Miami. I know he had like 79, something like that. This last week against Houston. Could be flip-flopped, give or take. 39 running yards, I'm pretty sure, against Washington. Total of 3 touchdowns. When you got Singletary, who's doing really well too. 61 yards, a touchdown. 45 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then another day, maybe 50. Maybe something like that. I have to look back. But the really nice thing I like about this running game, and I'm really focusing in on it because I think it's extremely important. What I really like is, number one, we actually are running the ball. And number two, we're splitting these reps between Moss and Singletary. I love it. I love seeing Moss run that ball, in the open field, and then you see Moss come in for these heavy doses of the run game in the red zone. Because he is a bulldozer and he's going to run his way into that end zone. Or it doesn't even have to be in the end zone. It could be, Singletary's taking some snaps, and then Moss comes and takes some snaps. It's just a feel type of thing. Whoever is running the ball better will get a little bit more snaps. Because Singletary's more that jump cut, and then north to south. Or just another cut, boom. He's shifty, not extremely fast, but very shifty. Has his cuts are kind of funny. You see him plant that leg in the ground. I mean, he sticks that thing in the dirt. I mean, it's actually kind of funny. He's got no neck. I mean, it goes right in there. Moss, he is gonna find the hole, and then he's gonna put that head down. He's gonna bounce off you. He's coming for everything. He's coming for everything. That man is coming in, and he's coming hard. He's not backing down for nothing. Strong, very strong. So you got 2 different types of running backs that share reps, that are doing great work, that make Allen's job a lot easier. And we're not even talking about Allen. We got Allen who can run that ball. This last game against the Texans, he took the ball from center, and then he shifted to the left, and he ran to the outside. He went to the outside. You don't see quarterbacks doing that kind of play. It was beautiful. I mean, although it was against the Texans, right? So that's that. So those are two factors right now. Not being affected by the team you're playing, not being affected by the fact that you're going up against a great team with Mahomes. And you can't sit there and be starstruck at it. You got to take the opportunity for what it is, and you got to go and make the most out of it. That's what the Chargers did. That's what the Ravens did. Okay? That is a recipe. You cannot come with a knife to a gunfight. You have to be ready, and you have to be in that mentality that I don't care if I'm playing Kansas City. I don't care if I'm playing this person. I don't care who it is. Whoever gets on that field with us, home or away, we're going to win the ball game. Period. A lot easier said than done. So yeah. So we got the run game. That's major. We're number 4. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep saying that number there. We're number 4 in the league right now. Through 4 weeks going on 5. Not bad. That is the best thing that's happened to us. It's phenomenal because number 1, Allen doesn't have to rely on throwing the ball every down and trying to create a play and go out there and potentially maybe get hurt, because he's trying so hard and he's got so much heart. So the fact that we can play complementary football makes the Buffalo Bills a much better team than the team that it was last year. Okay? Complementary football from offense to defense to running the ball, to wide receivers catching the ball, to special teams, to Bass, to Isaiah McKenzie. I mean, it's just all complementary to the coaching staff, to the GM. It's all working in one. It's all moving together. All the pieces are moving together. They're all rotating. And that's great. That's why I'm happy about this run game thing. I'm going to keep stressing that because I think that is great. Another thing I do think is great. That's actually phenomenal. It's beautiful. That defense right now is unbelievable. We're pitched 2 shutouts. Okay? 2 shutouts. Did a great job against Pittsburgh. All right? And did a great job against the Redskins. What was the big question coming into this year? We were horrible in rushing defense. Our defensive line got outworked all the time last year. All the time. Never had a problem. The linebackers were always good. We have Edmonds. We got Milano. Even Klein's damn good. All right? That's straight up. We're going to really argue about Poyer and Micah Hyde. I mean, those guys are savages. Those 2 safeties are dogs. Don't got to worry about those guys. Tre'Davious White, lockdown. Levi Wallace, give or take. You know what I mean? He's all right. He plays hard, but, it was a walk-on in Alabama. He's got that mentality. You like to see it. But I'll tell you what, man. I don't know what to think about Levi. I think sometimes I think he's pretty good. Sometimes I think he's god-awful. And I'm just going to keep it real. So the addition of Gregory Rousseau at that D-line has been phenomenal. It's been great. He's been playing great. He's been doing a great job. He's very athletic, very long, pretty aggressive. He's playing hard. He's playing real hard, making tackles, making plays. We have a lot of sacks. I'd have to go into the stats and see how many sacks we got, but we got a good amount of sacks. Ed Oliver. I mean, these are a lot of guys, though, that were on the team. I mean, Ed Oliver, right? Jerry Hughes. Star Lutoa. I mean, I don't know if Lutoa got much action last year, but Ed Oliver and Jeremy Hughes, I mean, they were on the team. So maybe this is stuff, in the offseason they put in the work, they got better, they got stronger, they got more physical. I mean, this it's a year-to-year league. I know I keep bringing up last year, but to be fair, it doesn't matter very much. It doesn't. New year. So that's good. The defense, number 1 in takeaways. I mean, they are relentless. They are pursuing the ball, and they are aggressive. Okay? I mean, we've had, the offense in the beginning against the Steelers was it was awful. We just had a tough time. It was a tough defense. Good D-line. First game of the year, tough game. But, there was question marks. You start seeing Allen playing, and we're thinking, shoot, this is not looking very great. Like, the hell's going on here? You know, and I mean, you're not really doubting, but I mean, you're wondering what's going on. So that was a bad game, I want to say, from the offense first game. Good job running the ball from Singletary. Bad game from the offense as a whole. Second game, you go and you play Miami. Wasn't a much better game for Allen, to be honest. I mean, he had 179 yards in that ball game. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 running, 1 rushing, and 1 interception, but we ran the ball well. So you're sitting there again like, I want to see our star player getting that big contract, making big plays. Saying like, where's Diggs? Okay, so then you go to the Washington Reds. The Washington football team. We play them, and I mean, it was a light show. It was straight fireworks, straight action, straight offense. It was beautiful. Allen, that Emmanuel Sanders, a beautiful pickup. He is playing phenomenal. I love that replacement for John Brown. I said to myself, man, we're getting rid of John Brown. He was one of our go-to guys, especially before Diggs got there. He was the number 1 receiver with 1,000 plus. Back with Tyrod. I mean, we're kicking it back now. But I mean, he was that guy. But Emmanuel Sanders is a better addition to this football team, much better than John Brown. All love the John Brown, but Sanders is better. He's looking great. Yeah, so you saw that Redskins game, and you say, okay, that was exactly what we used to do. And we ran the ball pretty well, I'm pretty sure, in that game too, because that's what we do. You know what I mean? We're 128 yards, right? Okay. So, right? So that's good. And then you play the Texans, and we just, slaughter them. I mean, Allen had a first throw of the game's a pick, all right? So that's that, That's a situation in itself. You're saying, well, son of a gun, I'm pretty sure he made the tackle too. So, but then he ended up having a pretty decent game. I think it was 21 for 26, 27, something like that. 248 with 2 touchdowns and an INT. But I mean, I would say it was a pretty good game. It was a good game from a completion standpoint. It's pretty good. He had some good runs. So one game, it's phenomenal. One game against the Texans is, it's pretty damn good, And then the game against Miami it's okay. I mean, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. It's okay. 179 yards though. You're like, it's all right. It's okay. And then the game against Pittsburgh, which I thought was just a bad game. I mean, he did not look good in that game. That is just the way it was. But we saw what he can do against Washington. I mean, especially they're supposed to have this great defense, but everyone, we see it's not that great. At least up until now. So this gets me into the next point. Now, all the praise, all the love I gave to Buffalo, because it's all about Buffalo, baby. We love our team. But let's talk about it. Let's keep it real. We've played 4 teams so far. And those 4 teams are not the greatest teams. And that's just the truth. They are not the greatest teams. Played the Texans with the backup Davis Mills or whatever his name is. Who even knows that guy? Who the is that guy? You know what I mean? So that's that. We played the Washington Redskins. I mean, Heineke, gotta love it. A lot of heart. Probably the best team we played. That's saying something. Miami Dolphins, we took 2 out right away. Tua couldn't call the blitzes to save his life, and he ended up getting absolutely leveled. What are you going to do? Football. And then Pittsburgh, we've all seen Pittsburgh. They've been declining rapidly. So we got a really big game against Kansas City because this is a juggernaut. This is a serious, serious football club. Excuse me. They're not messing around over there in Kansas City. They love that football. They love chicken and they love football. All right? So we have a massive test. I mean, we've been shutting teams out, destroying teams. I mean, we look damn good. But guess what? Let's dance now. Now we got the right dance partner with the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's time for the Buffalo Bills to dance. To dance like we've never danced before, because this game has big implications on what's that magic word? The bye week for the playoffs. Everyone's hunting for that bye week. I mean, We got a long season to go, so we can slow down on that. But this game is big. It determines a lot for the future, right? And it's not a pushover game. Those four teams, all those four teams, this is not even close to the same matchup. This is legit. I'm not saying those teams were bad. I think Washington was legit to some degree. Okay, I believe in Heineke. I believe in TJ, number 17, their wide receiver. I believe in that running back Gibson. Okay, Antonio. Um, you know, I I thought their defense was the one. Apparently, they were just the number one defense. But we'll save that for another day. But they're decent. Miami has a good defense. Pittsburgh's got a good defense. Apparently, the Texans have a good defense, right? Um, but like I said, it's just there's levels of competitions. I mean, you got certain tiers. That's the D to C tier. You know what I mean? Now we're in the A tier. We're in the A minus to A plus tier. You know what I mean? Or B plus to A plus tier. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say B plus to A plus tier. It's just a different level. I'd say we're in that tier too. You know, but so, but one thing we can all say is the Kansas City defense is damn bad. They are awful. They are really bad. Their defense is the worst it's ever been. It is actually so bad to the point where the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have to score over 30 to beat teams because they look damn bad. They look down bad. They look damn bad. They look horrible. They look spooked. They look like they don't know what they're doing. And that's a big factor. So that's something that I thought was important, okay? I think it's important because Kansas City's defense, although it's never been great, but it's been good enough to get stops, to get Mahomes the ball back, and to do what he does best, and that's feast on defenses. To eat, to feast. But this defense is so bad that, I mean, they can't stop anything. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. They can't stop a thing. They can't stop nothing. Nathan. Period. That's going to be huge because our offense is electric. With Allen, with the run game, which we're going to be implementing, this offense for the Buffalo Bills should absolutely lay it on them. They should lay the wood on the Kansas City defense, and that's a fact. That is a fact. There's nothing else you can say about that. But now, there's a flip side to it. I said they're legit. Kansas City is the real deal. We're not going to talk, we got a big rivalry. There's a lot of emotions, They beat us twice last year in the championship game, week 6. But, I mean, obviously the championship game is the one that hurt for real. That one hurt hard. That one really hurt bad. But they are for real. They are a legitimate team. And why are they a legitimate team? Because they have Patrick Mahomes on their team. They have Tyreek Hill on their team. They have Travis Kelce on their team. They have a great offensive line. Those 4 factors make a difference. They make a huge impact on the game. When Tyreek Hill is on that field, me personally, for this Buffalo Bill defense, I want my cornerback on him and I want a safety on him. I want 2 people on Tyreek Hill the whole damn game. Dare him to run that damn ball because guess what? The D-line looks legit. Our D-line, I think, can stop that run. I think we can stop Edwards-Helaire. He doesn't look great. He had one good game yesterday for 100 or whatever that was, or last week, I'm sorry. But he doesn't look great. And our defense looks great. The best, actually, in the NFL right now. The best defense. Period. I dare them to run that ball on us. We don't got to blitz. We can throw some in there if we want, right? Leslie can throw some in there. He knows what he's doing, but, I don't think they're going to be able to run that ball on us. I think we're going to get good push on that line of scrimmage, and we're gonna make tackles. We're gonna make plays on the running back, and that is going to be huge because we're talking about that complementary football, and even for arguably the best quarterback in the league, at this moment, with all over the past few years, and at this moment, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, they also need complementary football. because it makes everybody's jobs easier. The coaching, the call the plays, the players, the confidence level, everything. The defense gets winded, you know what I mean? You're on the field forever. These are long drives, 8-play drives, you know what I mean? 10-play drives, you know. So I dare him to run it on us. I think we got that in the bag. I'm okay with Kelsey beating us. You know that? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the other guys, Pringle and whatever the hell else they got going on. I'm okay with that. And the reason why I say it is because guess what? Tyreek Hill can run a 5, 10 yard slant, whatever it is, can run a button hook, whatever it is. He can run after that catch, yards after catch, and he can run it in for a touchdown. He will speed by everybody. He will disappear. He will be gone. He is a lightning bolt. He is a cheetah. That's his name. He's a damn cheetah. Let's put some respect on that. The man is like a Marvel character. He's gone. You know what I mean? You're not touching him once he gets it. So don't let him touch the damn thing. All right? If Kelsey gets that ball, you know, or they target other people and they beat us somewhere else, that's fine. But guess what? We can make plays on the ball. We can catch up to Kelsey. We can put that right hand and we can punch that ball out. We're number 1 in the league for takeaways. Number 1. Okay? Number damn 1. I can live with that. I can live with that. So that's what I think is really important. I think just, you know, always knowing where Tyreek Hill is. Play Tyreek Hill, double Tyreek Hill the whole game. Let everybody else beat you. And I think we'll be able to make some good stops because I think Kansas City's going to score, man. I mean, they are good. They are going to score. All right? We're not going to shut them out. If we do shut them out, I'll be the happiest person on this, you know what I mean, on YouTube, period. But double Tyreek Hill all damn day long. It's a huge key for our success is to contain him. Tre'Davious White cannot 1v1 him. He is too fast. He might be able to do it on some plays. Some plays he might be able to guard him straight up. Great. But no cornerback can guard him straight up for a whole game. Even for most of the game or even for half, you know what I mean? Like, and that's a lot. That's saying a lot because Tre'Davious White is a top 5 cornerback in the league. Maybe top 10, top 5. I mean, he's up there. He is up there. He is real. He always is. He always comes to play and locks down. So, you know, that's just how much respect I have towards Tyreek Hill. I just think he's that great of a player too. It makes Mahomes' job so much easier to throw to him. And then he just runs up the field, makes a couple jukes, does a couple unbelievable plays, and now there you go. It was a 60-yard gain from a 5-yard pass. It was a 75-yard gain from a 2-yard pass. It was a touchdown, 90 yards, you know, from the 10-yard line. You know what I mean? I mean, these things happen when he touches the ball because he's so explosive that he does it all in one shot, in one play. It's all there. You know, if you hit Kelsey, you keep hitting Kelsey, you keep hitting. I mean, you got to hit him like 4, 5, 6, 7 times to generate what Tyreek can do in just one play. I mean, and that's not saying we might be able to punch that ball out. We might be able to make a play, might be able to get a stop, might be able to run them down, chase them down, you know, chase the other players down, sideline to sideline. You know, our defense is real. But, you know, have the respect and also do not play scared. All right? If you want to blitz, you blitz. Okay? Do not play scared. This all goes to what I've been saying this whole time. Mentality. You look across the field, you see you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. You say to yourself, damn, let them beat us underneath as long as they don't get behind us. Okay, to some degree, a game plan is a game plan. But guess what? Do not play scared. Take your chances if you want to. It is what it is. We can live with that. But don't second guess. Do not hesitate. Make calls. Be strong. Be aggressive. All right? When it's the time. And double Tyreek damn Hill. You know what I mean? I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. So, what's up, Luke? So that's that, you know. That's covering most of the game there. I'm really excited to see what we can do. I got a lot of faith. I've got, it's all faith in Buffalo, baby. I mean, year to year, we're progressing. We look great. We look like a better football team this year. Last year, we were great. We were a great offensive team, and our defense was all the pieces were there, but we weren't great on defense. You know, this year, I'm seeing a complete team. And when Allen starts firing on all cylinders, to Diggs, to Emmanuel Sanders, to Beasley, because we know he can do it, and you know he will do it. And when he starts doing that, consistently for the remainder of the season, we're going to see a team that everyone thought the Kansas City Chiefs were, they're the team to play. Everyone's going to start saying, well, them Buffalo Bills, they got something in those chicken wings. All right? And it all starts here. It really does. It all starts here. This is a really big game against an extremely tough opponent. Don't look at the 2-2. That don't mean a damn thing. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. This is 8:20 p.m. Eastern time at Arrowhead in their damn territory. Primetime TV. So that's the keys to the game. That's just doing some discussion. This is Big Mouth Sports Talk. I'm your host, Mages. And everybody else, that's a wrap. Have a good one.